Welcome back to another episode of Gossip Break, the cherry on top of your day. I'm one of your hosts, Becky,
And I'm your other host, Bree.
and welcome back to the land of gossip. We've got a little pop culture, we got a little Bravo, of course. I'm coming down off of a very high of my birthday trip. I acted like a banshee.
A
And
menace in DC.
yeah, but I was like the best of like menace I could be. Very wholesome, ironically. And now we're gonna send Brie off and have her birthday fun.
Oh my gosh. And wait, guys, happy 1 year to Gossip Break. It's Gossip Break's birthday, Becky's birthday last week, and then mine coming up. I am going to London tonight. I'm so excited. So then when I wake up tomorrow, I'll be there. And we're excited because we have good stories and I feel like we're both just on a high. Like you're on a post-vacation high. I'm like on the high before I go on vacation.
I really feel like I'm on drugs. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like my brain chemistry is different because I didn't realize it, but I haven't been on a non-family or non-work trip since 20 end of 2023 when
You
I went.
needed this.
Yeah, I needed like a girly, silly, goofy, giggly, gossipy weekend. Just a quick, like, what, 72-hour trip. Seriously, my brain, like, I feel it in my frontal lobe. I feel like a different person. And it could be my birthday too, but guys,
Your
I
brain
have a
chemistry
new,
rewired.
yeah, I have a new lease on life. Life is worth living.
One
So.
3-day girls trip. That's all you need.
No, that one 3-day girls trip will seriously put you in a good mood for months.
That's and you have something to look forward to. And then it's like you have such a good giggly time. And then you leave and you're just like, oh, that was such a fun time. And it'll carry you on to your next
Yeah.
trip.
Just giggling the whole time. All I did for 4 days was giggle.
I love that for you.
So, yeah, I'm very happy. I'm happy for you and your trip going to the UK. It should be so much fun.
I know
It
I'm
should...
excited.
I
I'm gonna
know
come
we're
back
gonna have
talking in an accent.
I know we're gonna have to do a episode in accent. I don't know what accent this
I
is.
know they're probably like, wait, just stop it.
So
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure we have a
well,
few UK listeners. Hi,
that's what I was
girls. I'm
gonna
coming to
say.
you.
Yes, GB takes the UK.
Give me any suggestions. Where should I go? Actually, don't. I already have a very detailed itinerary. But I don't have any more room for like any craziness, okay?
Literally.
But okay, let's get into these stories because these were just kind of like silly, goofy ones. It was Coachella weekend, so I don't know if you saw any of the craziness during your birthday weekend because that was kind of like your main character moment, not looking at the Coachella people. But me, since I was just chilling at home, I was looking at Coachella through the eyes of PPG from Love Island. I feel like everybody has their own little influencers that they watch Coachella
Mhm.
through, whether it was Alex Earl or I don't know. I can't think of any other influencer. I'm just assuming she won. I don't even know if Alex Earl won. That's like not my influencer.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was just watching Leah, Janae, and Serena, and then Kenny, Miguel, and Cordell's TikToks all weekend because they need their own reality show, the six of them. They're so entertaining and so funny. And I don't know how Love Island is gonna do that again, that get that spark back. I am hopeful for it though this summer. I'm excited for Love Island. We have to watch that together and talk about it.
Oh,
But
we're definitely doing a
yeah,
GB.
so that'll be fun. But other than that, there wasn't any super standouts for Coachella. I heard Lady Gaga was really great. That's like the main thing I've heard. I didn't watch it, but I
Yeah.
trust. I'm sure she's a great performer. I trust you guys.
Yeah, the headliners this year were kind of, I think, disappointing for some people, and by people I mean me, I guess. Not that
Yeah,
I've bring
us
it
and
up.
our taste.
Yeah, like okay, Lady Gaga, of course. Um, Green Day, and I think the other headliner was Post Malone.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
There was discourse about Green Day online.
yeah.
Did you see this?
Oh, I didn't.
Charli XCX wore some little sash that said should have been the headliner, and a lot of her fans were saying that. And just like I feel like the newer generation of kids who obviously know about Charli XCX probably before Green Day were saying that she should have been the headliner, which I just think is very close-minded, to be honest. I feel like you telling that you just live in a little bubble because
Right.
Green Day, yes, I may not listen to them all the time like that, but I know that they're bigger than Charli XCX. Like, in what world is Charli XCX, who just had a come up, bigger than Green Day?
Yeah. And she's the second headliner. She's the second name on that day. So it's not like they put her at the bottom and her name's the smallest.
I guess they just thought maybe because she had a big year. But I did look up their Spotify monthly listeners just to see who reigns supreme. And Green Day has 32.6 million monthly listeners.
Crazy.
Charli XCX has 31.1 monthly listeners. So she still has less. And keep in mind, she literally just had to come up this year.
Yeah.
Green Day to this day still has that many monthly listeners. So
Right.
again, like I'm not listening to them every day, but I think that's so silly to act like Charli XCX in the grand scheme of things is bigger. We gotta chill for a second.
Yeah, even if I don't know why they picked Green Day to beef with when Post Malone is right there. But Green Day, come on, they're like 20 years in the game.
So silly. But yeah, I thought that that was funny, that discourse online. Cause I was like, you guys are literally just showing that you live in a bubble. We can't be serious right now.
Yeah, no.
And then I saw a lot of Travis Scott stuff. That was probably just my For You page because that's my music taste, unfortunately. But I saw that one, Kylie and Timothee were at Coachella and being, cutesy and very PDA. They like to touch a lot, kiss a lot. I feel like she's so in her lover girl era. And I kind of like that for her. I feel like she didn't really do that with Travis Scott because he's like not in the room with her. Like he's never wherever his body is. He's somewhere else. He's not gonna be giving any physical attention. But they didn't show up to Travis Scott's set, which I that makes sense. I wouldn't want to be there either.
Yeah, it's a little strange. So we figured out what they meant when they said Travis Scott designs the desert.
Just basically him performing. Is that what that meant?
Yeah, I guess.
Can anybody tell us anything else that happened with that? I mean, I still like, I don't know. It's honestly still crazy he even performed at Coachella after the
I know.
craziness. I did see, because the Kardashian stans are stalkers, like they know everything. So I don't even know if this is actually the narrative of what happened or just what they made up, these fans. But they were saying that the story is Kylie and Timothee left when Travis Scott came on, and Kylie gave Stormy to Kendall, and then Kendall stayed to watch the set so Stormy could still watch her dad, which is like, I don't know if that's true or not. Like these fans literally just came up with that narrative. But let's say that's true. Stormy just looks so cute watching her dad, and he shouted her out when he was doing it. And he even said, what was that one line? The baby mama cover Forbes. He did say
Yeah.
that still, because sometimes he doesn't say it. So I thought that was interesting. Was there anything else that Coachella that stood out to you? I feel like it was really just the Charli XCX thing. She brought out Troye Sivan, Lord, and Billie Eilish.
Yeah, I didn't really
Okay.
see anything, but again, I was having Beckychella, so like I
Yeah.
really don't know.
It was probably more fun.
No, you couldn't, would you ever go to Coachella?
I would have to, if I would need a fuck ton of money to go because if I want to go, I want to do it so bougie. I want to be in VIP. I don't want to be in a big ass crowd. I want to be like flown in. I'm not waiting in the 12-hour fucking car line. I don't want to shower in a campsite. So I would have a lot of requirements. So honestly, like, no, I should just not go for my own
Probably.
sanity.
I feel the same exact way. I'm not waiting in the lines. I'm not camping. I'm in VIP. I don't like the dust and the dirt
Yeah.
and being around people on drugs. Not that there's anything wrong with doing drugs at a festival. Love that for y'all. Like it is fun. However, where I'm at in life right now. That just seems like a bad combination for me.
Just the dust and the
The
crust and the
dust.
no. I was watching TikToks of people being like, okay, here's my shower routine at Coachella. And first of all, waiting in line to shower and then going basically in a porta potty to shower is just so sick. It's so
It's just,
sick.
yeah, it's just too much.
And then she's like, oh, I forgot my towel. So she's walking out pretty much dripping wet in her clothes. And then the dust is like gonna blow on her any minute and she's gonna be dirty again. I can't. Like, this is
Yeah.
where the tourist in me comes out. There's just no way. Like, if it's glamping, maybe.
Yeah, there you couldn't. I barely like to stay in Airbnbs anymore. Okay. I'm like, give
It's
me a
gotten that
hotel.
serious. Yeah.
Yeah, get me a hotel where they come and make up my bed every day and I can go downstairs and get me a little breakfast and ask where what I should do, where I should go, and they'll hold
Yep.
my luggage.
I Airbnb, I'm done with the Airbnbs. I'm past the Airbnb stage. Airbnb hater. Unless it's a big family group, fine. But you're so right. I don't want to clean up after myself. I don't want to fucking fold my towels. I don't like, sorry, I'm on vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Take
want to
out the
walk downstairs and
trash.
get free breakfast buffet.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
all to say, we're not going to Coachella unless unless Gossip Break presents Coachella pop up and we're in the VIP. Seriously, that's the only way I'm going.
with AC, yeah.
With with AC.
Thank you. Let's move on from the Coachella crust. Should we talk about the ladies in space? Because what was that?
Unfortunately, yes. And I found the best article thanks to Business Insider that really encapsulates, I think, through the headline and the whole saga. Because we didn't cover any of it on the pod since it got announced and they did their press tour and some of the backlash. And now they went to space for 3 seconds and got even more backlash. So we'll just do an all and we'll wrap it up so we don't ever have to talk about this again. This article says Katy Perry's trip to space criticized as more out of touch than out of this world. 8. On Monday, Katy Perry embarked on a space tourism mission with Jeff Bezos's company Blue Origin. The 10-minute round trip was highly criticized by some as unnecessary and self-indulgent. It is the latest in series of PR missteps for the singer. The six-person crew, which also includes CBS News anchor Gayle King, Bezos's fiance Lauren Sanchez, flew just above the Karaman line, the imaginary border of Earth's atmosphere before returning safely to Texas in the days and hours leading up to the journey. It is also the first all-female crew that has gone to space. So that's what they were banking on.
They were banking on being like female empowerment. So don't talk about how stupid of an idea this is because female empowerment.
And it actually makes women look horrible.
Yeah,
I
because them going up there for 2 minutes and flying back down, it was so fast. By the time I was like looking out for it, I wanted to see when they were going to go. By the time I realized, like, oh shit, they're going to go up in space. Let me look at my phone and see what happened. They had already come back down and they went up and down and it had been like 3 minutes. I think it was like 10 minutes. So a lot of the critiques are why would we spend so much of our resources to just put them up in space for 10 minutes and come back down? What did they do? What purpose was it? Did anything get done? Or
no.
just to say that they won up in space. And then these picks are interesting too. I mean, I understand Lauren Sanchez, which could you imagine being Lauren Sanchez? Like, how I don't know. That is just a crazy life she has to be his fiance and the shit that she probably hears and does and just like how is she going to these political things now? She's at these political functions. She's at the White House. She's going to space. Like she's on a yacht.
She's on a yacht with Kim Kardashian and going to space with Katy Perry, going to lunch with Sydney Sweeney at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
This is what I'm saying. It's a crazy life she has.
And
Anyways,
the
yeah.
press tour that they had was horrible. Katie said that. we're putting the ass in astronaut.
Oh my God.
We're gonna go up there and we're gonna do glam for women. And it's like, did no one pressure test this? What happened to focus groups? What happened to, like, there's no way a publicist or a team of publicists went through this and was like, this is going to be a great idea. Even from the jump, when it was first announced, it got backlash. I have not seen one positive thing about this. And Katy
Yeah.
Perry is in the midst of a rebrand and it's going horribly because, I mean, even Wendy's tweeted, can we leave her up there in space?
Yeah. And then Kesha posted a picture with the Wendy's cup smiling. So that was kind of funny. And but then also like people need to remember Kesha has reasons to be annoyed with Katy Perry because of the Dr. Luke stuff, which I forgot about that. And then I was like, actually, you're right, Kesha. Post that picture, talk your shit. And that I
Right.
think is also why Katy Perry hasn't been able to have this successful rebrand because she's, oh, woman this, woman that, female empowerment, but Dr. Luke produced the song. What?
Yeah.
So all of this just falls flat when you're working with abusers.
All just a gross misuse, like the political and social climate that we're
Climate.
in right now. Let's maybe not spend $1 billion to send y'all to space in the name of like DEI, essentially. It's just so like there are just so many missteps.
I just looked up an article. It says, what is the cost of a Blue Origin flight? Here's how much a trip to space could set you back. So, just so we know in this climate how much we're spending to send these ladies to space, it says the exact cost of a Blue Origin ticket is still a bit of a mystery. However, in the summer of 2021, so this is 4 years ago, so I'm sure it's going to be more now. In the
Mhm.
summer of 2021, Blue Origin auctioned off a seat, so just one seat for 28 million. So you know it's more now. And how
Mm,
many ladies were on that flight?
right, 28 million for one seat when that could actually cure homelessness in America. It's just so out of touch. And the thing is it'd be one thing if you leaned into your out of touchness and said, like, yeah, I'm engaged to a billionaire. Of course I'm going to the fucking moon. Sure. But instead it's like, no, this is good for women. It would have
Yeah,
been good for women if maybe you sent, why don't you spend $28 million to fund science for girls or,
exactly.
like
To fund
anything.
women and maybe, I don't know, astrophysics scholarships or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
this is, you guys just set women back 50 years by thinking you could go to space and sing ET and put on lipstick and think that that's going to do something for us. Are you insane? It's such a slap in the face. And
Yeah.
then Gail King as well. I trusted you.
I know. We were rooting for you.
Guys,
Okay.
did you see afterwards that paparazzi asked her, there's a lot of critiques about this. What do you have to say to them? And she defended it and just said, I don't understand why it has to be a question of like exploring Earth or exploring space. It could be a both and an and. Like we could do both of these things and we can explore space and Earth and it should be an exciting thing for us and blah 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 blah. It's just I don't know. Like you said, it's just coming across right now in a bad climate when people can't even afford groceries right now and are complaining about
Right.
egg prices. It's like, let's send these girlies up to space. But also, we're taking away any funding for any science program that has the word woman in it.
Right, at the same time,
And that's just the
simultaneously.
facts. So, like, what are we supposed to do with this?
Yeah, that's such a good point. Like, because that's literally what they're doing. It's like, because that's D, what they did was essentially DE and I, not even essentially, that's is what it is.
It was their PR stunt, DEI. Like, I don't want that.
Yeah, and then that's why they're trying to take it away because that's what people think that it is, and it's actually not. It's actually putting money into a girls' summer camp for science, a girls' what an astrophysicist scholarship fund for women in underserved communities.
Yeah.
What were you guys thinking? I seriously have questions. I want someone's getting fired because they keep trying to gaslight us into thinking that this was a good idea. Again, I have not seen one piece of positive press. Not one. No one thought this was a good idea except the women that went to space.
And Sanchez, in my opinion, has nothing to lose because she's already dating Jeff Bezos. It's not like she has this grand stellar reputation. Like, oh, I would 100% expect her to go up into space.
Right.
Katy Perry, you were trying to recover, done. Gail King, question mark. I just, I'm surprised that there wasn't some other people up there as well. Cause I just feel like with the way Kim Kardashian has been acting lately with the
Bro,
Teslas and the robot stuff and the trying to live forever. And I could have seen her wanting to do this. And
wait,
also,
wait.
I feel like her just like always wanting to be like, I feel like she always does crazy stuff just to almost validate herself, or like validate her still being here and not just being somebody in a sex tape. So I could totally see her being like, I was one of the first women to go to space. I was one of the first celebrities.
No, you're so right. Wait. No, we're definitely gonna have Skims in space in the next 5 years,
She'll be
unfortunately.
up there.
Yeah, she's gonna let this die down and then she's gonna be like, "Oh, I designed a custom Skims shuttle
Rocket.
with space with Starlink." Oh my gosh, I see it now. This is so crazy. What the fuck is going on in the world? Seriously.
Seriously. We have way too much access to these people. We just see them too much. I miss when we just saw them on the TVs and on the magazine covers. That's
Yeah.
it. It really is the phones.
It's them damn
It
phones.
really is them damn phones.
That's all I want to say about them. Seriously, I don't want to give them another piece of my breath.
Let's move on to Bravo, our Shaylas.
Yeah, my comfort zone,
Yes,
ironically.
literally. I felt so much at peace as soon as I looked at the next stories. I was like, oh, okay, Bravo. We're back home. Should we talk about Rom? Real
Yeah,
Housewives of Miami. So the Real Housewives of Miami, a teaser dropped. There was really no context to it. I can't tell you anything else beside about it. If you saw, it's literally just them dancing with pink light. But we know it's coming soon, and that's all that matters.
something for the girls to look forward to, finally.
Finally, I missed the Miami girls. I forgot how good they are. And a sea of mediocre housewives right now. Miami really does represent and really pulls through. And they get the least amount of views, which is so crazy because
I-
they have all the elements for perfect housewife success. They're actually all real friends and they all know each other in real ways, unlike Beverly Hills, where they just throw people in and it's like, hope you work out. Miami, actually, they know each other. So they fight like sisters, but they make up like sisters, which is what we want. There's good drama. They're rich as hell. Rivals Beverly Hills, in my opinions, the
Yeah,
yachts and the jets that they come out with. Dr. Nicole's house is insane. The fashion is great. I don't know. I love Miami.
it's top tier television. They're beautiful. You have the strong culture, the Miami accents, like you said, the boats, the restaurants, the celebrities, the outfits. Seriously, dare I say, best dressed franchise.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
they're probably up there for sure.
yeah,
They're just
because
all dolls. And I love the way they talk. Alexia, yes, polarizing, but I know an Alexia in my family. I hear her voice and I'm like, that's home. When I hear
yeah,
like bro, I'm like, oh, I'm home.
I know a few Alexias. Trust
Yeah.
me, I've been to Miami many a times, and I've weirdly been getting Alexia. I guess she just started a TikTok, and she
I
really
saw
is
that too.
vlogging. She's full on vlogging, like behind the scenes to do the confessionals. I'm like, oh yes, get to the bag. Once everyone realized, like,
Yes.
wait, you make like real money off of TikTok. Yeah, do it. You're another divorce. Like, clock in.
Oh my God, I know. I can't wait to see how that plays out because that guy was shady as hell. Miami's gonna be good. We have that, and then Larsa and Marcus broke up, and now she's got a new man, another basketball player who we tried to look up, but he's honestly irrelevant. So that's all we have to say about it is that she's with the new man.
He's not even in the NBA. He wasn't even in the NBA.
I love how they say that like the article, Larsa Pippen confirms romance with former basketball player. So when you hear basketball player, you automatically think NBA, and then you look up his name and nowhere to be found, just colleges.
Yeah, he played for Columbia when he was in college. It looks like he played in like Japan for a little bit. And then he played for a D League team, which I learned from watching Running Point on Netflix.
I
Shameless
would
plug.
literally never know.
Yeah, shameless plug, Running Point on Netflix, great show. I think we've all had a run-in with a professional basketball player from another country. And the fact that it's Larsa dating him is just so weird because he's closer to her son's age than he is to hers.
Once again, she loves an age gap relationship.
She's 50.
I know that's crazy. I mean, she does look good. She looks crazy in the sense of she's done too much to herself because she used to be so naturally beautiful, but she also does look good for her age, and I understand why younger guys would like her.
Yeah, of course. She looks like she acts like she's 25.
Yeah, she's literally just a Miami BBL baddie.
Yeah, and like
Ew.
I don't know, something about a 50-year-old with a BBL really makes me giggle.
That's Larsa to a T. She
Because
is
it's
like the
like,
prime BBL Miami girl. And that's also what I love about Miami is that just the different archetypes of all of them. Like Alexia is truly the OG Miami stereotype. And then you have Larsa, the BBL baddie. And then you have Gertie with the Haitian roots, which like that's so Miami as well. And then Lisa with her
yeah,
crazy, I shouldn't say crazy, but her extreme plastic surgery, literally a plastic surgeon's wife. So she's gonna have the most possible. And just I love Miami. I can't wait for it to come back.
love those girlies. Yeah, I'm excited. I will be watching. We'll definitely have to do a premiere episode recap, and hopefully the girlies will be watching it. So you guys will actually want to listen to that episode. But
I know. It's like, do you guys only want to hear about Beverly Hills because
because I
they
don't want
stress
to
me
talk about it.
out? Yeah, no, we don't like talking about that. They stress us out. But well, let's just finish up with Beverly Hills Part 3 reunion. I really just kind of wanted to talk about Garcelle walking off because that's kind of the last thing that was important for this season. So, okay, I didn't finish the full episode just for context, but I got up to like 25 minutes in and then I was like we were about to record gossip break. So I was like let me just watch the end when Garcelle walks out. But I don't think anything too much happened in the middle. I could be wrong. I think what led to Garcelle walking off is like from the beginning of the episode, you could tell she was pissed off and just sitting
Mhm.
there stewing. So it wasn't anything that happened in the middle. It was from what happened the part one and part two, or really, I guess it was part one. But I mean, obviously, that was like an
Yeah,
hour ago for her.
yeah.
um, why is she so upset about it still? It's been
Yeah,
two.
that was 3 weeks ago, Garcelle. Get over it.
Oh, anyways, yeah, Garcelle's pissed off about that. And Andy asked, like, you know, you look like you're stewing right now. What are you mad about? And she was just like, all of it, all of it. Like, I don't want to answer any more questions. They did their little toast at the end. Garcelle did the toast. And then as soon as Andy was like, oh, let's get a cast picture, that's when she was like, I'm not doing a cast photo and walked off. And Dorit being like, Garcelle, that's unprofessional. I literally screamed at my laptop, shut the fuck up. Like, so loud. Like, shut up, Dorit. She's so annoying. She makes me so irritated that I ever defend her because she's just, oh, God. Like, she just does the most, absolute most all the time. I can't stand her ass. Okay, breathing going back to normal. Her and Erica like really take me there. They are so
Yeah,
triggering.
because I want to love the girls. I love
Yeah.
their fashions. I love what they like represent weirdly as reality TV stars, not as people that I would connect with, but
Yeah.
and then they do stuff like that and how they treat Garcelle and how they treat all the new girls and Crystal and Sutton, even though she definitely deserved it. Yeah, I just they're not doing it for me anymore because I've said this before, I don't have fun watching them.
Yeah. It's like a
Where
chore.
yeah, it feels like a chore to watch. It feels like a chore to talk about it. And even when it is dark, because that's the beauty of Housewives, it's not always like fun shade. It's like arguments, it's sisterhood, it's
Mhm.
going through divorce, it's losing people you love, things like that. But it's still enjoyable to watch and it's still feel good TV. And it's something that yeah, I just enjoy watching. Whereas Beverly Hills, as of late, I literally don't, I have no interest in it.
Yeah. It is frustrating to watch too because the thing with Garcelle, when I was watching it, is I honestly feel like you have to have a level of emotional intelligence to understand
Mhm.
what's happening and why she's so upset. And a lot of people just watch these shows passively, just like, oh, fun fights. And I understand that. But me and you watch this on a lot deeper of a level, hence why we have a podcast. We think about the sociology of it, the psychology of it, and like the undertones that the girls aren't saying, but you know they want to say. And I think that's why it's so hard watching this stuff with Garcelle is because she's not saying a lot. And she's just like, when they're like, why are you mad? She's like, I'm just mad at all of it. Like, they're all assholes. I'm just annoyed. And she walked off, and other people could probably see, like, if they're watching it passively, just be like, oh my gosh, like, she's making something out of nothing. And Kyle was saying at the end, too, like, that wasn't even that bad. And Erica's like, yeah, I've been ripped to pieces at this reunion. That was easy. So I understand people might be like, oh, yeah, it wasn't even that bad. Why'd Garcelle walk off? But I see it as someone who, like I said, I do believe I have a high level of emotional intelligence. And you could just see her sitting there being like, you guys are such, like, this is what I think Garcelle's saying, but she didn't vocalize. Like, you guys are such fucking hypocrites and you guys are such fucking assholes because you're going to sit here and demand open and honesty and honesty. And then I'm honest about why I feel these things. And then I get fucking attacked for it. That's number
Yeah.
one. Number two is you guys are such assholes, and then you want to like act like you guys are the victims. I think she's talking specifically like Dorit and Erica at this point, because Dorit was on one going off on Sutton like you did this, and I wouldn't have called you an alcoholic if you didn't do that, and this, and yeah, if you hit me, I'm gonna go harder. Just being so annoying. But then like the minute Sutton says something, it's like Sutton, you attack women at their lowest. You weaponize this. And I'm not saying Sutton doesn't do that, but let's also not act like Dorit and Erica are not the most evil fucking wenches on this cast. Like, they, out of everyone on this cast, those two specifically go lower than anybody else. They always go low, the two of them. So it's just like, I feel like Garcelle is like, it's real rich, you two coming at me and Sutton right now when you guys are fucking evil. That's literally what I feel like she wants to say. But she can't. She just has to
Yeah.
sit there and be like, okay, well, we just have to move along in the note of Housewives and getting along again. But it's like, I don't want to get along with you guys because you guys are actually not good people. Be
Si-
ranting.
Silence. Because that's, I feel like Garcelle, like I would, if someone was coming at me like that, I would do the same thing. Like, why even waste my fucking breath trying to get through to you people who do not want to understand where I'm coming from, are
Yes.
making it a note of not understanding where I come from. It's just
Yes.
so okay.
Dorit is like purposefully dense sometimes and wants to act like she can't understand where Garcelle's coming from. And it's so frustrating. And it's just, it's real rich her as well when she has had some of the most insane and just ignorant comments said on this show, like calling Crystal a child bride, and we just all moved past it. Like, okay. How about when Dorit's trying to defend why she gets along with black people and stuff like that, and the whole time she's talking about, yeah, I've always had people of color working for me, and my kids know they treat the people that work with us with respect. And Garcelle's like, so do you only have servants that are people of color around you or black people? And Dorit's like, oh, well, no, my mom's best friend is black. I
Um,
just like, we've let her slide with a lot. And I feel like Garcelle's probably in her head thinking the same thing. We've let you slide with a lot for you to be up here sitting on your fucking high horse, pointing your finger. Like, how many times has Dorit called people cunts this season? And she wants
yeah.
to sit here on her high horse? It would actually drive me insane too. And Garcelle's just too real. She can't
Yeah.
do like she can't be fake like these other women.
Yeah, this is not the show for her, at least not this franchise. I really don't know what they're gonna do because they need to break that click up, but they all need to
So
call.
badly. They need to so
Erica
bad.
needs a job. Dorit
Erica
needs
needs to
a
go.
job.
I don't want her as a housewife anymore. I don't think she's bringing anything interesting. She's mean and not in a fun way and I just don't like no, I'm done with it. Like she's not no, what did we watch her do this season? Decorate a rental? I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Pissed me off. Oh my gosh, dude.
How
And
old
then
is
the
it?
last thing is Sutton. Another thing that I was gonna say with Garcelle is that you could tell like she's not saying, but you could tell it's so frustrating that Garcelle has yes, people want to say like, oh, she's Sutton's backup or bodyguard, whatever. At the end of the day, she's being Sutton's friend. You could tell they had a real friendship. She was being a real friend. And on camera, yes, that may come across as a bodyguard, whatever. But a real friend would have done what Garcelle did. And you could just
Mhm.
tell it's frustrating for her when she's trying to stick up for Sutton and Sutton is just not reciprocating. Like she's not fighting. She's not helping her with any of the fights. She's just sitting there. Garcelle, they said at the end, like, oh, what surprised you or whatever this season? And Garcelle said, oh, the episode with Sutton and her mom. I thought that was really revealing and helpful for us to learn about Sutton. And then Sutton's answer is, yeah, it really surprised me how well me and Erica got along. It wasn't that big of a deal, but I could tell Garcelle was probably like, really? Like,
Yeah.
really? You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
hard to
They're playing,
explain or to articulate, but you could just feel
yeah.
it.
The other women on the show play to like the show politics and dynamics. Like, okay, Kel's the queen bee. I can't mess with her. Erica's a staple. Dorit's a staple. Rena was a staple. So I'm gonna have to align myself or attach myself to them somehow. Where it's
Hmm.
like, no, it's supposed to be the real dynamics, which is
Yeah,
I feel like Garcelle brings. Garcelle brings the you know, but then that's the thing. Garcelle is a star on her own. Garcelle had stardom before the show. I didn't know who Kyle Richards was before the show. Eric definitely didn't know Erica or Dorit. And it's like every time someone with real stardom comes on the show, real fame, Denise Richards, look how they ran her off the show. Kathy
you
Hilton, look
saying
how,
that just brought up a thought in my head of I feel like maybe Garcella is thinking exactly what you're saying. Like, I'm a star. Why the fuck am I having to cater to the oh Kyle's queen bee and Erica and Dorit? They're untouchable. Like, I'm a star. What do you
yeah,
mean? I feel like that's kind of another part of it. There's underlying layers here to Beverly
yeah.
Hills. That's yeah, you're totally
And
right about that.
that clip that Carlos King had posted of Crystal and Cynthia on his podcast, Crystal was saying how people would tell her that she wasn't taking the show serious enough. Like the show is huge, this and that. You need to be more like this. And she was like, I understand what they're coming from, but in my life, my relationship with my husband is bigger than the show. My
Yeah,
husband's career is bigger than this show. This
yeah.
is like no tea. This Bravo check ain't shit to us.
Like this is a side hustle for Crystal.
Yeah, like my man made The Lion King, okay? I'm not worried about y'all at all, actually.
Yeah,
So I'm interested to see what they do next season because they're gonna have to shake it up a
for
lot
sure.
because the cast feels bare bones. I mean, it's just gonna be Kyle, Dorit, Erica, Bose, Sutton. Am I forgetting anyone as main? And then Jennifer Tilly and Kathy Hilton as friends of.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're
Let's
gonna.
go through the list and say who you would boot or keep. Okay,
I love this game.
let's start with Kyle. Boot or keep?
Boo.
I'm gonna keep her for like one more season.
Yeah.
Okay, Dorit.
Keep. I need to see how this divorce
I was
plays
thinking boot.
out.
To be honest, I don't know what it is, but I'm so fucking sick of her in this storyline.
I
And
just want to see
I'm
the divorce. We can close that out and then goodbye.
yeah. Okay, Erica. Boot.
Boo.
I've seen everything I need to see. We saw the Girardi stuff play out. She's not going to talk about this other lawsuit involved with her, and nobody else is going to bring it up, I guess. So if all I'm going to be watching is her decorating a rental and snapping at Garcelle, well, Garcelle left, but snapping at the new girl, I'm okay. She can go.
Yeah, boo.
Sutton.
Boo. I think she's a terrible housewife.
I'm really, I'm torn on Sutton. Because it's like she does bring drama, but it's also not the best drama
Yeah.
either because she never really attacks. I don't know. When she attacks, it just doesn't feel right. When she like
Yeah,
came up
she's
with the comment, like, about Dorit and not having enough money, it was like, I don't know. You waited this long and that's how you go after her. It just doesn't, something about her doesn't like, she has the potential to be such a great housewife.
yeah.
She has so much money, the manners, the quirkiness, and her going after the OGs in a way. But then it's like, it just doesn't fully click.
She just seems very, I forgot who said it this season, but volatile. Like you never
Yeah.
know which way she's gonna blow, which I guess seeing into her family life helped make sense of that, obviously, dealing with a parent that was severely struggling with their mental health and ultimately taking their own life. Yeah, I'm sure, and a mother who like doesn't have feelings but is a therapist.
Yeah.
I'm sure that takes a huge toll on your psyche and how you view the world and how you maneuver in relationships. However, I just have no desire to watch that.
It comes across, and obviously, I'm not saying this. I know this is going to sound mean. I don't mean for it to
Mhm.
sound mean because I know she's gone through a lot, but it just comes across as very whiny. Just
Yeah.
like every time she's attacked, it's like a whiny kind of thing. And that's getting old after a few seasons. It's like, okay, I'm kind of sick of the whiny. Like, I don't know.
I want to see you grow. I want to see
Yeah.
how this show you realize,
Yes.
hey, maybe my relationships aren't the best because of everything that I've been through in this life. I'm gonna try really hard to try to make it better.
Yeah. To
And it
evolve.
doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I feel like Erica has tried to do that, but to me, it feels fake because then shit comes out underneath the surface and it's like, yeah, that there she is. Like you're
Yeah.
just trying to act nice because you know that's what the fans want to
Mhm.
keep you on the show, but she's not really a nice person. It doesn't feel authentic. I mean, a lot of them don't feel authentic, and that's probably why Garcelle's so irritated.
Mhm.
But okay, so we have Sutton. Who's next? Bose.
Keep.
Keep. Um, Who else? Jennifer Tilly? Keep.
Yeah, keep for the giggles.
Yeah.
And keep.
I'm ready to boot her. I'm so over Kathy, guys. I'm so over it. There's something about Jennifer Tilly that's funny when she eats, but then when Kathy is sitting there eating, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, ew, can you
Because
like get it
Kathy
together?
seems like she has dementia or something. She just doesn't seem like she's like, I'm like, do you know where you are right now? And knowing that like low key, she's mean as fuck in real life. Her
Yes.
sending her kid to like this camp to not that she knew she was gonna get abused, but didn't care. And
Yeah.
Paris Hilton not telling her mom that she was having a baby, her and Kyle and Kim not getting along for so many years, and now all of a sudden Paris is back in the limelight, and so is her mom. It's very strategic.
Exactly. There's something off with Kathy Hilton. I think because we hear about how evil she probably is behind the scenes and the stories like from Paris Hilton, like her own daughter, we've heard these stories from. So it's not like a TMZ article or anything. And then also Kyle has been open about how mean Kathy can be. So when you see, at least when I see her on Beverly Hills, it just feels like an act. It's like
Hmm.
like you're trying to be like, oh, this little ditzy whatever, and it's like, no, you're evil. I see it. I see it. Like
Yeah, she
her
was.
that fashion show when she was just standing
Mhm.
up talking, people are like, oh my God, she's so ditzy, funny, Kathy. I'm like, no, she knows what she's doing. She thinks that she has such low respect for everybody else around her that she thinks she's the main star and she could just be standing up like, sit down.
Yeah.
Ugh. I why am I so mad today?
Even 2 years ago, like when Rena left because she kept trying to push the storyline that Kathy called the guy at the restaurant the F word.
And she probably did.
And I like seriously, I know I'm saying I know for a fact, not literally, which is counterintuitive, but based on her character,
Mm-hmm.
I would believe that she said that.
100%. And that's also not being Team Rena, but I believe Rena. And I believe
100.
that Kathy said that.
Yeah, because look at everything else that like look at how everybody else has talked about her.
Like, of course she did. Yeah. Are we serious?
Yeah, no, that's my thing. Like, of course, like one of the richest women in the world, old Hollywood, of course she talks to service workers crazy.
Yeah. Not a surprise. So I could go without seeing Kathy on my screen again. I'm over her whole shtick. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but I can't do it anymore, guys. I really can't. Just
I don't blame you.
Jennifer Tilly is the real deal, Kathy. So let's
Yeah.
just keep her.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. We can't have both, so let's just Jennifer.
She's a yapper too, Jennifer. Like I noticed this reunion. She's a yapper. I like her.
I'm living for her.
I
And
love
she's
her.
so smart and quirky and cool. And you can tell she's really an artist and enjoys art, and she's filthy, filthy rich.
It's so cool to just see a different kind of rich. That's what I love about her and Bose coming in because they're both such different kinds of rich, with Bose being like such the executive corporate kind of rich and working for such cool companies, Netflix and Apple. And then Jennifer Tilly being a voice actor and making money from The Simpsons. She's a voice actor on American Dad. She's the wife, I'm pretty sure. So it's like that, and then like her horror movies that she's in, and cult horror movies. So she's such a cool, interesting character. I love just seeing the two of them and their
Yeah.
houses and their lives. Those are two good additions. And I think if they took out Erica and Dorit, because like let's be real, they're not even wealthy. Like, what are we doing on Beverly Hills? Get them out of here. And put in three, because Garcelle's gone too. So we need three new girls. They're never going to do that. But let's say they had three new girls that are just rich and real Beverly Hills and like somehow had connections, real connections. I don't know. We just need a shake up. We just need
Yeah.
something new.
I always see every couple of years that people want Kimora Lee Simmons
Oh,
on
that would be interesting.
Beverly Hills Housewives because she used to have that show on Style Network,
I
TBT.
used to watch that.
Life in the Fab Lane.
Yeah.
That show, peak reality TV. It was so
Yes.
good. She was so funny. It was lighthearted. The girls were so cute.
Yeah.
Baby fat. Like, are
I
you
miss that reality TV.
Yeah, that was elite. I don't know how she would mix in with the group, but I wouldn't mind seeing her on my TV again in any
Yeah.
capacity. So that would be fun.
Yeah, I just they have to like I honestly feel like almost the whole cast, if they want to keep Kyle, fine, but they have to take out pretty much everybody else besides Bose and Jennifer Tilly. Like everybody else has got to be scrapped.
Yeah.
Him, Dorit, Erica, the whole core.
Yeah. They're probably gonna give them in Atlanta.
It's needed. Something's got to change. And I'm
Hmm.
still curious what's going to happen with Jersey too. I would love to know. But, anyways, that's all we have for you guys today. We hope that you enjoyed having a little gossip break with us. And we will be back next week, hopefully, we'll see what happens with Coachella. Maybe anything interesting. Weekend two will come up. Can you imagine like another Frank Ocean thing kind of happens?
No,
Like
I
a
want something to
scandal?
happen. I need the pop culture news girlies need it. We need something crazy to happen.
I know we're struggling today talking about Katy Perry going to space. Like we had to talk about it finally. Like, all right,
Yeah.
fine. Nothing else happened. We'll talk about
Yeah.
Katy Perry going to space, damn it. But anyways, yeah, we'll see if anything else pops up and we'll be back with you guys next week.
And of course, thank you for listening to another episode of Gossip Break. Make sure you can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart TV. What? iHeart Radio? Yeah. iHeart Radio.
TV too.
TV, you can put us on YouTube on the TV. You can watch our past episodes on TV. We can listen to us on the Alexa app. And then you know what you can also do? You can also leave us a 5-star review, share with a friend, and follow us on Instagram at Gossip Break Pod.
Thanks, girlies. Hope you have a great weekend.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.